Hey everybody. So tonight I wanted to just sit down with all of you and explain to you all what it is about Shakeology that I love so much. I know you've all seen my posts. You probably all saw the series of posts I did at the end of summer 2015 that went into fall, where we did each individual ingredient, told you why it was in Shakeology, why it's important, the health benefits you're going to get from it, and how all of them together are going to make you feel healthier and be healthier. But sometimes reading something or seeing posts about it, recipes and, hey, I'm drinking my Shakeology today, it doesn't really give you a reason to want to try it. So I thought I would sit down and just explain to you the few things that I really love about it and how they've benefited me, and that might give you a better idea of why I post the way I post, why I'm so passionate about sharing it with everybody, and maybe give you a reason to want to try it yourself. So when my cousin first approached me to do Shakeology and the 21 Day Fix, I was a little bit apprehensive. I was like, you want me to spend how much on a shake when I can go to any, supply store and get, a protein shake somewhere for like a third of the cost or a half of the cost? Until she started explaining to me what it is, what's in it, why it's good for you. And then I thought, you know what, I'll give it a shot. Because, who doesn't want more energy? Who doesn't want to feel healthier? Who doesn't want, healthier skin or healthier nails or any of the things that they promote about Shakeology? So I figured I may as well give it a shot. If I don't like it, I've got 30 days. I can send it back and get my money back. No biggie, right? There's no risk. I'll try it. So when I first got my Shakeology, I ordered myself chocolate. And I just read the back, figured, okay, I'll try mixing it with water first, see, how I like it. I absolutely loved it. It was delicious. It tasted like the best milkshake ever, minus, the thickness, which is okay because, I was going to guzzle it anyway, so being thick was going to be an issue. But I was actually very pleasantly surprised of the taste. I've had lots of protein shakes in the past, and usually they taste awful, and, you gotta chug them, get them down as quick as you can, or you're adding things to them because you don't like the flavor. I didn't have that problem. All I did was throw some water and some ice, Shakeology in a blender, and boom, delicious, meal replacement that I was happy to drink and wasn't cringing. So after I started drinking Shakeology for a couple of weeks, I started noticing little things. I had more energy in the morning. I could get up when the alarm went off to take the boys to school, and I wasn't hitting the snooze repeatedly, because I used to hit the snooze probably 2 or 3 times. I had my clock set 20 minutes fast so I could hit the snooze a couple times because I know I'm going to need it. I didn't have to do that anymore. I could set the alarm went off, I could get up, do what I had to do, and I didn't feel like I had to go to bed after they went to school either, which I usually did as well. I would get them off to school, I would come home, I would go back to bed. I wasn't doing that anymore. I found already, right away, that my hair was massively improving. I've always had very dry, very limp hair. It was always really soft growing up, but as I got older, that changed, and it no longer was, light and fluffy and silky. It was really hard to manage. And then I would have, huge issues with greasy roots, and I had to wash my hair every day, which made it worse, right? Dried it out, greasy roots got worse. I don't have any of that problem anymore either. I can wash my hair, totally manageable. I don't need to use special shampoo. I don't need to use any special conditioners. I don't stick a lot of crap in my hair, and my hair is totally manageable. It's fine. That was never, the norm for the last, I would say, decade of, my adult life. And I've never been able to grow my nails out very, very long. Usually once they started to get past the cuticle, they would start breaking, they would start splitting. I don't know if you've ever seen where you could slide your fingernail between a layer of your fingernail. Probably not the best thing to do to your nails, but I could do that almost daily. My fingernails were always peeling, they were always chipping, they were always breaking. They always had this really funny color to them when they would start to grow out. Now I'm trimming them so often that I feel like I'm constantly trimming my nails. And I can actually grow them out now, and I can file them, and I can, paint them or do whatever I want with them, and they actually look nice. And they're not brittle, and they're not falling apart, and they're not bending backwards, because, oh my god, that hurts so bad, right? I'm sure that has happened to somebody on an occasion, but like right now my nails are short. I just spent a weekend doing cakes. Long nails don't work very good for that. But having just trimmed them, and they're already grown out so much that, if I wanted to keep them super short, I would be trimming them again, like in the next couple of days. So that for me was a big one because my nails have never been good. I used to chew them. They were always really bad shape. Now my nails are fine, and I'm actually happy to have my nails just the way they are, and I feel good about it. I don't feel like my hands are ugly and I need to hide them. I used to always get really, really bad peeling around my cuticles where, little tiny bits of skin would start to separate from the cuticle and they would rip and they would tear, and it was so painful. And you'd have these little sores all around your finger bed or your nail bed, and it looked awful. And I don't have that issue anymore. So those are just a few of the minor things that make me like Shakeology, just for the fact that I feel a little bit better about myself, not having to spend so much time in the bathroom doing my hair, or, having to worry about my fingers are sore, am I cutting up a pickle to put in the boys' tuna sandwich this morning and it's going to burn, or, am I rubbing lotion on and oh my god, it burns like fire because I just found that spot, or, do I have a hangnail that I'm going to have an issue with later because it's, starting to bother me. So those are just the little things. And then I started to notice the big things that were improving in my health. Being a girl, fairly taboo subject. I don't have a problem talking about it anymore because I'm finding that it's so much better for me. That time of the month usually sucks for women. Either you have the worst cramps on the planet and you can't even move, or you are so cranky, nobody wants to be around you. You're bloated, you're tired, it's so uncomfortable. Now, I never actually noticed this until about 2 months in to drinking Shakeology. And one day I wake up and boom, flow's here. Well, where did that come from? I didn't have any of my usual bloating. I didn't have any of my usual cramping, which normally for me would have been debilitating for at least the first day or, 1 day prior to, where I'm in so much pain. I'm popping Midol like they're candy, and I'm so grouchy because I'm in so much pain. Totally not the case. I have had, I think, once in the last 6 months since I've been drinking Shakeology, where I actually felt like I needed to take a Midol pill. And I was a little bit bloated, a little bit crampy, but I just kind of felt, yuck. Every other month besides that, I have to rely on an app on my phone now to know when it's coming, because I don't have any of those symptoms that I would have had before to tell me, guess who's coming, and it just shows up now. I feel really good about that because I can get through my cycle without being in pain and without being bloated and so uncomfortable where, I can't even wear my favorite jeans for a week because they're so tight. I don't feel like I'm going to bite someone's head off just because they looked at me wrong because I'm so grouchy and I don't know why. I'm not bursting into tears every 5 minutes. That was always a huge issue for me. So that alone is well worth drinking Shakeology for me. Besides the increased energy and the healthier hair and skin, that alone did it for me. And then I noticed something else that had always bothered me too. I don't know if you know what RLS is, restless leg syndrome. I know a lot of people have it. There are varying degrees and there are varying kinds where you have different symptoms. But I have always had the worst RLS. I would go to bed at night, and even if I took 2, giant horse pill calciums with magnesium and vitamin D before I went to bed, I would lay in bed for the first 2 to 3 hours and I couldn't fall asleep. I would feel like I had to move my legs, move my legs, move my legs. If I stopped moving my legs or forced them to try to be still, you would have the worst sensation possible where it's like you have to move your legs. Oh my god, if you don't move your legs, the whole world is going to stop. Like, it was horrible. And I would have this for at least an hour every single night where I would lay there tossing and turning, trying to get my legs to quit so I could just go to sleep. And my husband would tell me, of course I can't tell when I'm sleeping, but I would be kicking constantly throughout the night. Constantly. It was a battle. I don't know how he even slept in the same bed as me, to be honest with you. But I noticed, since I've been drinking Shakeology, and I noticed it a couple months in, and the reason I noticed it was because I was sleeping better. I woke up one day and I'm like, I fell asleep last night so fast, I don't even remember falling asleep. And I wasn't really that tired. I was tired. It was time to go to bed. But I didn't lay there all night kicking and moving and trying to get my legs to stop. They didn't even start. I was able to go to sleep, I'm not kicking everybody all night long. My husband and I were able to sleep on a little tiny air mattress with the baby between us for 2 weeks when we were in BC camping. And I wasn't kicking everybody until they were bruised in the legs. Like, I'm actually able to control it now. That doesn't mean to say I don't get the odd flare-up. Yes, I still get the odd flare-up, but it lasts like maybe 10 minutes, if that, and it's manageable. I feel like, if I move my legs for a few minutes or if I get up and walk for a few minutes, I'm fine. I can go sit back down. I can enjoy, the rest of the movie that I was watching. Or, I can go to sleep and I'm not going to have to worry that my legs are going to keep me up for hours on end. Even waking up in the middle of the night from a dead sleep to go to the bathroom and you go back to bed and it would keep me awake again for, a good hour. So not only was I extremely restless at night, I wasn't falling asleep properly to begin with. And then if you wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, usually you would just go back to sleep, where I was staying awake now for probably another hour, disrupting my sleep even more. So whether the Shakeology itself has given me a huge boost of energy, or it's corrected my RLS symptoms to the point where I have energy and it's just giving me a little bit of a boost, I don't know. All I know is I love this stuff, because these things for me were always such a huge issue, and now they're not. They're not gone. I mean, you're still going to have days where you feel bleh, or you wake up in the morning and you just need to go back to bed, and that's understandable because life is exhausting. But on a normal day, to be able to get up in the morning after a restful sleep and to be able to go about your day and do what you need to do and feel like you actually have the energy to accomplish all that without having to lay down for a nap is a huge bonus. Because people are so busy, we do so much. I mean, I'm constantly on the go between doing, household things and work type stuff and taking care of the baby. I mean, he's so active. He keeps me running around constantly all day anyways, and the kid never sits still. Stuff like that just wears you out. So your body needs, the health and the nutrition that most of us don't get because, we're not eating properly, or we're not sleeping properly, or, maybe we are eating properly, but we're not eating the right kind of things. So we're still not getting everything we need. I was always under the assumption that you had to take multivitamins. Had to, because you're not going to get them anywhere else. Well, my problem was they made me feel sick. So every single morning I would take my multivitamin with my breakfast and I would feel nauseous. It was like clockwork. Within 15 minutes or 20 minutes of me taking my multivitamin, I would feel ill. I would have to go and sit down and breathe it out because I felt like I was going to puke everywhere. I hated taking them. And not only was I taking like a multivitamin, I was taking an iron supplement because I was anemic, and I was taking extra calcium because of my legs. I felt like I was popping pills, like I worked, in a pharmacy and half of it was in my bathroom. Like, it was crazy. I felt like I was taking pills constantly and I hated it. So I still have this nice collection of multivitamins and things, supplements in my medicine cabinet that I have not had to touch in 6 months. So I get up in the morning, I have some fruit, I do my workout, I drink my shake. I'm getting all my vitamins, all my minerals, all my supplements, plus 70 plus some odd superfoods that keep me in a healthy state of being all day long. I'm satisfied when I drink it. I don't feel like I need to go and eat something else. It fills me up. It keeps me full for, a good 2-3 hours, in which case I'm going to be having something else to eat anyhow. And the best part of it is I'm not going to the store and buying, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 different kinds of things. It replaces one meal in my day, and I'm able to replace everything. Plus all these things that I wasn't getting before. How many people do you know get an antioxidant every single day? How many people do you know get prebiotics and probiotics every single day? Amino acids, your body absolutely, it's essential. It needs it. It repairs your muscles. It gives you energy. It helps your muscles sustain you. I mean, without your muscles, you're just a blob laying around. It's an important part of our being. Yeah, we our bodies make it in a very small amount. But doing any amount of physical exertion, your body needs to have it replaced. So having it in there and not having to take, extra supplements for me is fantastic because I don't like taking them anyway. I always wondered if taking supplements was what was making me sick. Well, now I know. Because when you feel ill every single day and you can't really pinpoint it, And then you stop taking them, and then suddenly it's like, whoa, where was that stomach ache that I thought I was going to have because I just had my breakfast? Well, it obviously wasn't my breakfast because it didn't matter what I ate. I already know that I am lactose intolerant. No, I don't like feeling sick. I don't like having a stomach ache. But I can actually enjoy the odd glass of milk now. I can actually enjoy the odd ice cream now where I'm not feeling like I'm going to die. And I know that, most people don't attribute things like that to a health supplement or a shake. But there's so many things in there that do your body so much good where it probably wasn't getting these things that it needed before. And that's where your body starts to overcompensate, and it's like, I'm not getting what I need here, so I'll take it from there, or, I'm not getting what I need here, but you're giving me this, and I don't like it. I don't have to worry about that anymore. So I have a whole folder on my Facebook profile. I'm going to slowly start moving stuff over to my page. But if you're interested at all in seeing what the ingredients are, because I know a lot of people are skeptical as to what's in it, they want to know. I get that. I did the research myself. I've done every single ingredient research-wise that's in there. I'm not just talking vitamins and minerals. I'm talking all the superfoods, the proteins, the different kinds there are, because I wanted to know what I was putting in my body and what it was going to do for me. So I'm going to post a link below this video in the comments where you can go and you can look through all of the posts that are there and see for yourself what is spirulina. Just say that's one of the ingredients that's in there. What is it? What is it going to do for you? Why is it in there? Is it important? Does my body actually need it? All of that information is there. And I think that it's important for people to know what they're going to be putting in their body. I don't think enough people do enough research on what they're actually putting in their body. They think taking a supplement is great because someone else said so. Well, did you check it out? Do you know, is it good for you or is it good for that person? Like, is it for a specific thing? We need to understand what we're putting in our bodies and why it's good for us in order for us to want to take it. So after doing the research for myself and sharing it with everybody, because I thought it would be good information for everyone else to know, I feel so good, not only about drinking Shakeology myself, but about sharing it with everybody else. So now that I've had my little chat, it was a little longer than I expected, but I'm just so passionate about it, I can't not want to share the information. I hope you all go and take a look and just to satisfy your curiosity, see what's in it. Why is it so amazing? If you want to try it, let me know. I have samples. I am more than willing to let everybody try it. It is an amazing, amazing supplement, health drink, whatever you want to call it. I just call it my favorite, healthiest meal of the day. Not only do I enjoy it, I can mix anything I want into it, and it's always delicious. There's so many things to do with it. There's so many great flavors with more coming out all the time. It's really the best way to start your day. But anyways, I'm going to go and enjoy a movie with my boys now, so I will see you guys all later.